Howdy folks, and welcome back to a brand new episode. Today is episode 29. I did count this time, and last time I was definitely wrong. It wasn't 27, it wasn't 47, lordy no, or 57. No, it was 28 on the last episode. Today is episode 29. What are we going to be doing today? So we're in this hallway, and we're going to be doing the redstone for this project. Ooh, redstone. Yes, redstone. So, let's go ahead and get our redstones going. Now, take a look at this. I've already got the redstone done in this area. Blueset, what's going on? Why did you do all the redstone over here without doing an episode with us? Well, there's an actual perfect reason for it, and I will explain it to you guys. So, while I was trying to work on this, I was bombarded with lots of nuances, and I said, screw it, I'm just going to go with it. And I was fumbling about with the redstone, trying to remember what I actually worked up and whatnot, and I sounded like a complete fool. But this is now taken care of. It's all fixed up, ready to go. All it needs to be now is to demonstrate. So basically what we're going to do is the holding chamber. Right now this is just a demonstration purposes because we're working on the system. Now let's say a monster drops in here. Alright, we got water goes through. Monsters are going to hold space and pretty much ride over this spot, not being able to pop down, and we see the water over here. Well, okay, what if we don't want this zombie here? It's not a zombie villager. Well, simple, we got this kill switch, or kill button, which is the wooden button. If you hit that, lava shoots out, pulses, and the water up above is retracted. Let's say it is a zombie villager, and we purify the villager, and we want to keep it. The stone button on the bottom here, don't worry, all this here, this face here, will be replaced with something grander later. So, if we have everything that we want, it happens to be a purified villager. We purify it, splash potion of weakness on the zombie villager, feed it a golden apple, and it's all ready to go. Well, what do we do with the with the purified villager? Because this is not a trading hall. Good point. We hit the stone button. Real quick, just like that. Let's say all's done, whatnot. Hit the stone button, they'll fall through, which eventually there will be a hole, and water retracts, and this station is available for use. The zombie in here will take lots of damage from the lava blade that will pop out, and pretty much die. And that's pretty much the gist of it. Now, I'm going to show you guys exactly what is needed to get this all functioning. First of which is very simple. We're going to need a whole bunch of redstone, mainly redstone dust, repeaters, comparators, hoppers, pistons, and sticky pistons. Alright, so we got all this material. How are we going to be able to have the system to do the release? Well, I've already pre-installed the redstone necessary to get this started first off. Here's what we're going to need. Now, right now, nothing's happening, nothing's lit. Got this whole area cleared out. I actually excavated one block too many for this area, but this gives us a lot more room to work on. So in this cutted, jutted environment, we're going to place redstone torch and 4 redstone dust. Going into this cobblestone that I put down, we're going to put in a redstone dust. Because this is lit, it's going to keep this torch shut down. Now, if you're following through with this at home, go ahead and do that. Okay, we got this pretty much set up on the bottom row. We got all the torches in and whatnot. Now it's time for the sticky pistons. Be careful about this next part because you don't want to be standing over. Okay, it's okay to stand over here because it might make it a little bit easier. You're not going to get crushed because it's not crushing the head part. So put a sticky piston in, and there you go. I got pushed forward, but that's fine. And voila. Sticky piston, when we hit the release button, or the keep button, it's going to pull back the block and allow us to actually work on the next parts. I guess you can just stand here and do that. Or not. Derp. Derp again. Alrighty. So, we got the sticky pistons in, as we can see here, all along the line here. Now we're going to start making our tower. Put one block above the turned off redstone torch. Put another block here. One more block on top of that, and put a redstone torch on that as well. Put another block and a redstone dust on top of that, and we're going to start doing our simple but yet quite effective redstone line here. So basically we are actually going to be doing a bit of a, what I call it, the tricky hoos. It's a tricky hoo because it is one of the more rather complicated mechanic of the redstone here. Alright, so we got that there. Block here, redstone torch. That torch is going to be turned off, and what we're going to need is a repeater into here. And bring back this because we are actually going to need it to connect over here. Now the difference between this is that we're going to have dust on top of here. Replace that torch, I don't know why that's there, with a redstone torch. We actually will have to drop down to here because it needs a block going down with a redstone torch dust going towards it. What this does for us is basically powers this torch when procced. What is procking? I'll get to that soon. And this torch is actually going to be useful down the road. We're going to build the next component for that soon. I'm going to put a torch on this block. You know, prevent other monsters from spawning up here. And that's pretty much about it, because once a monster, because we're going to have a water flow up above, once a monster trips the tripwire here, the piston that's going to be next above, or you see the block below that torch over here that I'm highlighting right now? This one that I'm highlighting? That block is actually going to power a normal piston that's holding back water. Instead of being a a dispenser, it's just a standard water source. So, yeah, it's going to hold that back. Now, once it unholds it, it's taken off. We need to have an update signal to pretty much let go of the signal, because once activated, it will actually flip on. So, does it work? I believe so. But I got nothing else to test it on just yet. But let's go ahead and put in the rest of the redstone here real quick. Alrighty, so we got all the redstone put in. This is great. Now that we have this all in, our reset system is now operational. We're going to need to put in our kill switch. Our kill switch needs to also be activated as well. We're not going to need the sticky pistons or the regular pistons or the zombie brains. We'll, however, hold on to that. We need, there we go. Alright, so basically here's what's actually going to be needed. Our kill switch needs to be activated without actually tripping a specific part of the system. Basically, we are actually going to have our looking at this, we have our drop dispenser here. I was going to say dropper, but in this texture pack, it's actually a circle for a dispenser, and a dropper is actually a square that looks like a mouth. Just saying. Just saying. Alright, so you can see this block here. We don't want to have a bud activation of that to trigger the lava blade, or the lava dispenser. So we're going to actually have cobblestone slabs, or at least half slabs, running across the tops over here. And we're going to cap them with a solid block. And we're going to line these tops. Awesome about this is that you can actually click the wall and put dust on them like that. And do that for all the stations that you actually have to do, or just do the one. Okay, now that's taken care of, put a redstone dust torch at the end of them, because what we need to do is quite a bit of a not really tomfoolery here, but it's a much needed step, because what we're going to be doing is adding in the hopper clock. A simple hopper clock, nothing really too fancy, and yes, I'm jumping around like a freaking bloody madman at this point, and I do apologize for everyone's issue. Bouncing between 40 and 40, between 40 and 45 frames is actually jarring for me. It's actually starting to hurt. So is that all we just put in the one spot? Actually, no. We are going to need put in the other portion of the, let's see here, the mechanism, and that's putting in the other side of this, having the two pretty much marrying each other, or for some people, swapping gum. In each one, we're going to actually put in just a item, any item. It has to be one, but it has to be a stackable item of one. You can't just say put in a bottle. It's actually too powering. But for this case, we can just do one item. That's all that's needed. Now here comes the fun part. We will need a system that will activate another part. So 2 blocks in front of the one we're going to have, because the next part we're going to have is redstone comparator with a repeater facing towards the door frame, because this is where our, say it with me, our dispenser is going to be at, our kill switch in very much that sense. And I'm just going to fill in these slots here because we don't necessarily need them open. I'm trying to fill in as much space as possible. So, just a simple little kill slot. Now over here, this is also going to be our release mechanism over here. It's part of it. Now, here's the one thing about this release mechanism that one particular guy that I know tried very hard to solve and somehow couldn't actually fix it. I found a way to fix it. And it's really an easy fix. Now that, one looks at it, it is actually a very easy fix. Technically, this is supposed to release the water flow mechanism. Somehow he got his to where it doesn't work. So I found a way to actually kind of fix that. You put a torch over here, well, that's fine and dandy, but he was trying to figure out how do you activate it through this way. Well, it's simple. You put it over to the side here, because this block is already powered. and it's actually disabling or putting power to this torch to turn it off. This is now independent. These 2 blocks and 2 torches are now independent. No matter what you do, it's not going to be powered by the others. But it will kind of proc if I were to turn it off. See? But there's already a system to blocking that. So that's fine and dandy. It's all going to work. So if I were to say, well, okay, I don't have string on me right now, but you get the idea. Oh, let me get more. Let's see here. It took 2 redstones for torches for that one. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I just need get it up to 10. It's a good thing I kept the sticks for what I need to do. And, well, I could get up to 8 for now. I'll run back and get sticks later. But pretty much that's what we're going to be doing for the rest of this. And it pretty much completes the rest of this entire redstone mechanism over here, except for what we really need to do. And that is set up the water stream. This is actually going to be an important step. Important. Jesus Christ, I butchered that so hard. Alright, so go ahead and work on all that. Get all the redstone comparators, repeaters, and whatnot. And I just realized that does not need 2 over here. Oh, I just realized you're going to need a block up here. This is so that it powers the dispenser. I like to say dropper. Dropper sounds like a better word to use. So go ahead and do all that while I do the same and get a emergency item. And I will be right back with that. Alrighty, we're back. I have fixed up the issue that I was missing, which is 1 redstone torch, and we're pretty much good to go. Now, the next thing we're going to be doing is adding in the piston and its water reservoir, and putting in the access tube necessary for them to pretty much get over here. Now, this is where the piston is going to be. Here's the water channel. Water reservoir is going to be holding over here. I'm going to put the yeah, I had the piston. Okay. So we need a water reservoir. That's going to be simple to do. You know, I got water buckets and whatnot, but we also need to make a connecting path as well. So this is the height we actually need to be. And pretty much, I do believe right below us, if I were to look. Yep, that's it. Alright, so right below us is the pretty much the activating point, I would say. So if we were to go down here every 2 blocks, we will get, there we go, the chunk we're at. And I'm not too concerned about coal. I know I got plenty of them, but I'm not too concerned about grabbing these type of resources. I got plenty of ways to actually get coal at this point. So coal is now a pretty object. Alrighty, I'm back. I just had to greet a family member who walked through the door. So let's go ahead and continue with making the passageway. Let's see, what was I saying? Yeah, it had to do something with, oh, let me fix this. There we go. Yeah, that's one way to fix it. Let's see here. We need to go... Whoa. That's annoying. Those are 2 blocks. There we go. Okay, so this is it. We have our line, and we need to figure out, let's see here, directly in front of us is another line. We can't just cut right there. I propose about there will be about good. I don't want to pop up where, let's see here. There's the face of the wall, so 1, 2, 3, then wall and connector. And I should found it. Oh wow, look at that. That actually goes right around the corner. But this does mean that this area... Okay, let's put a sign and a sign. And let's start putting down... Oops, that needs to be other way around. I just realized something. How's the water going to... It'll just sit there. Well, okay, no. These are fine. I just need to move this back about a few blocks anyways then. Because this is subject to stuff. Let me collect all this iron here because I'm always searching for iron. Okay. Yeah, that will work. Okay, there's a reason why I did this, because we need to have a continuous water line going over to here. By doing so, we can actually give water a chance to be able to do its necessariness of getting to one point to another. Now, once we remove all of the blocks from down here... Oh, this is going to be an important part. What are we going to do with overflow? We just can't have all the zombies bob up here and pile up. We'll have pretty much a mini XP farm for zombies. Don't want that. Let's go about... Well, I do know water will flow about... block out this way. Yeah. About, let's see, it goes 8 blocks. That one I do know. So from here, this will be considered 1. No, this is source. Source is considered 1, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, let's have it at 6. And I need lava. Let me grab a lava bucket, and it's easy for me to run back and get water buckets and lava buckets. And where's my lava? There's my lava. Okay. So I need a block that goes not hold much, but I don't need it creating obsidian. So I do need just a couple blocks down, and that's pretty much about it. About... There we go. Just 3 blocks. That's it. Those just fall to their death. And that's pretty much about it. Okay. That's good. That's taken care of. Yeah. So let's start taking the... Let's put a water in here. Good. It stops right there. Perfect. Alright, here's what we are going to need to do. We need to make a block. Hopefully nothing falls. Okay, good. I had an issue where blocks fall all the time and I had to deal with it. Really annoying. We will be removing torches along the way. In fact, it's a bit of a pre-thing. You know, getting the pre-build-up and whatnot. Because I got a way down. It's not an issue. Okay. So, let's go ahead and have block up here. We're going to have our first piston. And no, it's not going to activate, but that's fine. Because that's part of the whole demonstration of this going over there. I'm not going to go over there. You crazies. Are you all crazy? I'm not going to burn myself for your entertainment. No. No, no, no. And with this block here, I can... There you go. See? Ah, crap. Block that off. Yeah, whoops. Nope. Fix that. There you go. Okay, piston isn't up. And there you go. Alright, break this. Light comes up in here just fine. We don't have to worry about that. I will just use that. Alrighty. Pretty much it's a rinse and repeat part, which is no problem. That works. Yep, that part's taken care of. I did fill that in. Wrong block. Okay, that works. Works every time. Okay, all the system is now functioning as it is meant to be, which is good, and it's going to get dark in here. That's fine. We're all not afraid of the dark now, are we? Hope not, because that's a lame excuse of a TV show. Alright. All the water's in. That's good. We are going to have to drop down. There you go. Alrighty. So I'm going to hit the release on all of them. Collect that. This one does not have a button yet. It will have soon. Alrighty. Cool. Coolio. Alrighty. Yep, this works. I'm going to hit the reset on all of these as well because I tripped them. Necessary for the purpose of getting all that taken care of. Okay, so we only have, well, we have no more buckets of water or lava. I think the only thing we actually really need to do is get more buckets of water because we need an extraction point. An extraction point is actually what we need, and I still have that because we need to get back over here. Now I'm breaking that so that way we can actually work on back here. And put torches over here. Alrighty. Made a round trip over there. Pretty much taken care of. I hope I... Okay. So, we need a singular point at which we can actually go and collect all of the purified villagers and send them up. I'm thinking, let's see here, let's make this even bigger because I actually do want to make a piston elevator, which will be awesome. But if I want a piston elevator, it'll be right here. That will work. A piston elevator will definitely work. The question I have right now is, where are the villagers going to meet up at and flow up to the collection point? Because I need the water for that. And we need to dig out the channels for these. Because if break it down, we need to have a 1 block gap above these things. Or below these things. So it's 2 blocks down here. And in fact, I could just place a torch here, fill this up, and fill this up because we are done in that area. We don't have to come back here for anything else, other than to say pretty it up. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much about it. And pretty much do the same for this. Alright. That's pretty much about it. Simple drop chute is all that's really needed. And I could easily go ahead and do that. But where? How far back do I really want this to be? I'm thinking probably there has to be a point where I can actually do. Alright, well, for now, this probably will be all temporary anyways. But I just need a point where I can actually go and get this all taken care of. That's all I really want right now. And I did that so that way we can walk through easily. Now, this won't be the main portal, and this can be easily disabled or just removed entirely. And there should be a way for us to actually take care of all this. I hope so. Let's see here. Pretty much that's about it. The only need about water sources is down there, which I can easily go and grab as the last thing to do. But this area is not yet complete. I need the zones necessary to allow the water to go. That's about it. So where exactly? Well, I am going to need to collect some water because it's necessary. I'm trying to ponder what is going to be necessary for next episode or whatnot, because next episode I want that to be the episode for getting, building the actual iron foundry in a sense. You know, it doesn't have to be pretty, it can be prettied up later. Oh, I need to disable this then. It's a good thing I still have, excuse me, this here. Oh, that does work. Oh, yeah, that's right. This thing stops abruptly. Right. Well, yeah, I'm going to seal this up. It is dark. Yeah, break my knees on that. I mean, right now it is pretty much set up where we can actually just turn it on. There you go. That means I will need to make a... I really can't do that now, can I? Oh, okay, I can do it over here. I found more iron. How lucky is that? Okay, I could just create a water source. There you go. I don't have to keep going back down there. Otherwise, this is done. Yeah, this is pretty much done. So all I need is half slabs, remove these chests, which is done deal process, put the button where it needs to go, and bada bing bada boom, you got yourself a working zombie purification station. Pretty sure, oops, break that. I'm missing one. There, okay, because, yeah, it's not being affected by redstone or whatnot, or water, because, hey, it's nothing breaking it. She is watching something funny and being loud about it. And being awfully rude. But oh well. I'm going to be working on a few things, probably figure out what to do next. But until then, guys, unfortunately, I will have to end this episode. Getting the redstone portions in is actually pretty good and all that, but it takes time for me to be able to plot out the next course of actions. But hey, it's been fun, it's been good, and quite frankly, we did a lot in this episode compared to doing a lot in like never. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you like it, do hit a like button, it means a lot to me. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.